Storm Chasers was a show airing on the Discovery Channel in 2011 with season 1 about a group of storm chasers chasing dangerous tornadoes. The group of chasers was Dr. Josh Worman, who operated the Dow, which allowed the team to safely maneuver around the tornado's path to get data. Sean Casey, who was making a film called Tornado Alley, who built the TIV, which its purpose was to get inside a tornado to get the one shot that he needed. And the Scout, which was a vehicle that had probes in the back to be deployed in the tornado's path. While the season only had 4 episodes due to the season not being so active for tornadoes, it still had 4 more seasons released, as well as had more cast coming in, such as Reed Timmer in season 2, along with Joel Taylor and Chris, and Team Twistex in season 3 with Tim Samaras, Carl Young, Carl Samaras, and Tony Lawback. The show in season 3 now had 3 storm chasing groups to go to different storms and have different points of view of the storms. However, in 2011, after the airing of the 5th season, the show was cancelled with no official explanation, and the fans were left with speculations and theories. In this video, I will give you my speculations and theories of why Storm Chasers got cancelled. Now, when it comes to the storm chasing itself, from what I have seen and know, it is chasing severe weather such as hurricanes, but more known about collecting data about tornadoes, while others chase a tornado for others to see, which is what Reed Timmer does with his videos. Discovery filmed a lot of the storm chasers from the groups getting together the next morning, the planning, driving to the storm, engaging the storm at its finest moments with the tornado or the storm in general, and ending the day only for it to repeat. This was to film and make the episodes last a long time, since tornadoes vary how long they are on the ground. My theories and speculations of why the show got cancelled is because of season 5. Now you may be asking, why season 5? Because surely 3 groups of storm chasers with Team TIV, Team Dominator, and Team Twistex, along with the most active tornado season ever in 2011, the season would be on average, if not better, than the other seasons, right? But before I answer that, I will explain what I think went wrong in season 5 in sections such as drama, equipment, poor prediction and navigation, and lack of motivation. Now, I am sorry, but before we get into the sections, I want to discuss season 5 as the tornado season, because the show is heavily revolved and relied upon the weather. Now, it's easy to speculate it may be the tornado season wasn't so good, but you'd be mistaken. Season 5 was recorded during the 2011 tornado season, which was one of, if not the most active tornado season ever recorded. 2011 even made some memorable tornadoes such as the Joplin tornado and the Tuscaloosa tornado that are still looked at to this day. They even got a spot on the show from the Weather Channel called Tornado Alley, not to be mistaken with Sean Casey's film Tornado Alley. My point is that the tornado season of 2011 was not the reason that the storm chasers being cancelled, as that would be the most obvious speculation. Now, without anything else, I will now explain about what caused season 5 to be the last season of Storm Chasers. I also want to mention how even YouTube doesn't even mention season 5 in the banner, showing the series when watching one of its episodes on the top right corner of the website. Section 1. Drama. Now, Storm Chasers always had moments of drama since the very first episode, such as being in the storm, with a storm not producing as much as expected. Now, in season 5, the drama was a bit more unsettling in a way. The drama revolved in each team this season, but I want to highlight the drama in Team Dominator. Now, in Team Dominator, the drama in the team mostly is in between Reed Timmer and Joel Taylor, since Reed always wants to chase storms, maybe even a marginal chance of severe weather, while Joe wants a much more guaranteed chance, such as a moderate or high risk, so they would always bicker with each other about where to go, but maintained a solid interest in storm chasing. In season 5, they had a disagreement and got into a fight that was so bad that Reed kicked him out of the Dominator, which left Joel stranded only to be picked up by a familiar chaser of his. This kind of drama would make anyone uncomfortable, including me. After the episode, they did get back together as Reed apologized and made amends. Sean Casey also had drama with his crew because of how he felt during the 5th season and had a fight with Brandon. Section 2. Equipment. Now, when it comes to being a storm chaser, you often need filming equipment in some probes too. Tim Samaras wanted to take it a step further by having his own radar like Dr. Josh Worman, but compared to the Dow, this radar was much smaller and had a thick plastic dome around it for protection. This was a great addition to the team. However, this would make Tim become very careful with his new $600,000 mobile radar. When storm chasing with his radar, they often drove through hailstorms, which made Tim fear it would break the dome protecting the radar, so he often avoided and ended chases due to not wanting to damage or destroy his new radar. This partially made it so Team Tiv and Team Dominator to be the ones to carry on the chase, provided the show for what it needs. Section 3. Poor prediction and navigation. Storm chasing requires plenty of navigation to get into the storm with the most potential to make tornadoes. Team Dominator, directed by Reed Timmer, was the best group to get into tornadoes, or at best witness them for the show to record, and would do better than Team Twistix and Team Tiv occasionally. In my opinion, the show heavily relied on Reed, and if it wasn't for him, the show wouldn't have had such good ratings and wouldn't perform so well without him. Now, for 2 out of the 8 episodes, we didn't do so while leaving Team Tiv and Team Twistix, with Tim being so worried about his radar to storm chase. While there was an episode in Season 5 called Reed's Redemption due to his 2 failures for the 2 episodes. Section 4. Lack of motivation. Tornadoes will always cause damage, especially the EF3, EF5 tornadoes. Although, not to be not cautious about the EF0 or EF2 tornadoes as they deserve much respect and can cause a lot of damage themselves. Storm chasers sometimes will find themselves examining the damage or help those who are injured after the tornado has passed as rescue teams try to arrive. This made Sean Casey feel a lack of motivation during Season 5, as he was exposed to what tornadoes can do more than ever and saw the damage for himself far more than the usual. He saw so much death and destruction to make him feel different about storm chasing. During one of the episodes, Sean found himself taking off his hat for a funeral, passing by to respect. This was taking a toll on Sean's mental health, wanting to chase the tornadoes and complete his film. He would cancel a storm and even tell his driver to slow down to avoid a ticket. This was unlike him because while in Season 2 he was the opposite and drove on the wrong side of the highway and drove on the opposite side of the road next to Vortex 2 in Season 4. Sean and Brandon always had a fight over how Sean felt. Brandon even said off screen that if one person in a group feels down about storm chasing, it then takes a toll on the whole crew. I even remember in the episode, Sean said, "Am I holding you back, Brandon?" saying it angrily, yelling at him. Now with Team Dominator having friend-related drama, now Team Tiv had Sean feel different about storm chasing. Sean did go on a date with his wife and discuss with his wife how he felt. Sean's wife told him that the film would lead to a good thing. I can't remember exactly how it went, but I recall something about spreading awareness about how destructive tornadoes are. In Sean's film Tornado Alley, which is in a 3-movie collection in the Ultra HD Blu-ray format, it shows how destructive tornadoes can be. Fortunately for Sean, his wife got his spirit for the storm chasing back. For the show, it was too late. In the last episode, Team Dominator and Team Tiv both had a great finale, but Team Twistix didn't, due to Tim's fear about leaving his radar broken. The teams mostly or completely miss the Tuscaloosa tornado and the Joplin tornado. In conclusion, the year 2011 was a perfect year for tornadoes, but due to the drama in both Team Dominator and Team Tiv, lack of motivation in Sean Casey at the time, Tim being cautious, although responsibly though, about his radar, causing chases to be missed, and poor prediction and navigation by Reed Timmer, it caused a downfall in the show and its ratings, with the lowest reviews the show had for more than one episode, going all the way down to a 5.9, which is the lowest rated episode they've ever had in the series. I want to say the cast of the three teams were one big factor in the show's cancellation in 2011. I think the reasons were the cast's performance and the show's reviews. While we don't have an official reason as to the show's cancellation, it is also the show's ratings in general of a 7 out of 10 from IBM that didn't give enough reason for Discovery to continue the show. Tim Samaras was even glad it was cancelled due to the drama involved with the show. Thank you for watching.